Hello and welcome to episode 42 of the D Hoop University podcast. This is your host, Daryl Harris, also known as D Hoopster. Got a great feature on here today, folks, for your Friday, episode 42. If I have a shout out for the number 42, I gotta go Jackie Robinson. You know, he's a pioneer for the game today when it comes to integrating the sport of baseball. And our guest today is a pioneer in his own right because he's dreaming big with a project, company, idea, and the conversation that we have starts there and it ventures elsewhere, is what I can say. It's a one-of-a-kind flow and vibe with one of my guys that immediately brought back a lot of feelings from home, because this is a day one elementary school friend of mine and we were able to reconnect a little later on. Now, before we get into that, I do have some notes on fantasy. We got a taste last night in Thursday night football. The NFL season is here. The Chiefs down by the Lions 21-20. There was no Kelsey, and you know, hey, the fantasy shenanigans are here. You know, I'm facing Pat in 2 leagues. I feel good about him putting up the 19.5. Trevor Lawrence can give me that. Trust. Trevor Lawrence can give me the 19. Jahmyr Gibbs, he showed flashes, but also David Montgomery established the fact that, hey, he's in that Jamal Williams role. This Detroit offense is going to utilize both of these backs. Kansas City, what the hell's going on with the receivers? We need to figure something out. Clearly. Those are my notes. Those are my notes on the game in a nutshell. There's questions going into this week one slate, but don't overthink it, guys. This is an observation week. You know, you won't win the season in week one. You can't even lose the season in week one. So go with your gut. Don't try to zag too hard. Temper your expectations and temper your reactions, because it is a long season. That is what we do know. So buckle up, get prepared. And one other note, though, don't trust the projections. Don't put all your faith in the projections. If you have a gut feeling that you really want to play somebody, hey, do it. You might get burned. I played Sky Moore in one league last night. I got a 0.4. But, hey, you know who else was projected for less than that? Rashee Rice. He finished the game in double digits, caught a touchdown. And you never know. He's another guy in that receiver room where I was like, I see something eventually. But so now I do want to pass that note. Don't always go off the projections, because things happen on Sunday. That's for sure. And things will happen. If you're betting, hey, take a look at the dogs. Week one numbers with underdogs are pretty substantial. So I will leave you with that. Big Jace, bring the beat in. Let's go. My boy Davey D. And yeah, folks, let's talk tech, TV, news, all of that. Ooh-wee. I'm excited for this one, y'all. I'm definitely excited. This is my dog, man. This is my dog going way back. I'm talking, he was right behind me in line to go to lunch, because alphabetically our names is back to back. Like, this is my guy for real.
Big facts. That Hawkins to Harris connection, something real. Yes, indeed.
He sent me his number. And man, this happened in a matter of 30 minutes and like 5 messages. Like, hey, bro, for whatever reason it was, swiped up on whatever, some post I saw of yours, and I was just like, hey, it's time, bro. Let me reach out to David, dog, because I definitely want him on the pod. Definitely, because he's another abstract thinker. He's a deep, funny ass guy that, you know, I'm glad I just had to get on here and chop it up with, because I like doing that on here, man. But Yeah, I got my guy David D. You sent me your number. I was like, bro, I got you saved. It's the same contact.
Okay, I had a feeling like when I had sent it, I'm like, I'm pretty sure bro got it, but I'm gonna just send it anyway, like just to accelerate the process. So, like just like you said, the process was so accelerated once you sent called in. I was like, hold on, bro, probably think I'm asleep right now. No, I'm gonna call bro back. Let me get back to bro. And like you said, man, like it was just a blessing that you reached out to me. I was happy that you tapped in with me because I've been watching your grind and your consistency when it comes to D Hoop University, and I see your grind with you working in the news, working as a news producer, and it's like, bro, it's like I've been wanting to tap in with somebody that comes from like that field for real because I came from that same capacity as well. I wasn't in the broadcast side of it all. I was like really on the television film side. I just wanted to hear your perspective on living in that game and like being in the market of Vegas and everything like that. Like, I just wanted to dive deep into it. So I'm glad that this happened for real.
Oh man, we got content on the way because that's an angle I didn't even think about that we can't end this call before we definitely get into. So we will because yeah,
That's a fact.
I watch TV different now, bro. Just working on the
So
other side of it, it's like
come on.
you trying to
It's the
read
little
between what's
minute
happening.
details.
Yeah, no, man, we're gonna do that, dog. And likewise, bro. Likewise, 100%. And that's the funny part is like it feels like that, and that's what I was telling you briefly before this too. Like I like having this part of the pod because these are day ones. You know, we accumulate throughout life, and you know we only have so many of them. And as time goes, and you know life goes on, and mature, and you know go on, and the way society is kind of now with social media, and you know you're observing, but you're not really active like with somebody that you know, and
Mm-hmm.
having the little conversation 30-40 minutes however long until you know it naturally plays out like that. That's all it takes. And you're like, man, I wanted to catch up with my guy. I'm saying the same, like, bro, I'm trying to catch up with my guy, like what's going on, like I'm seeing movement too, like you know.
Big facts.
But that's a natural introduction enough, man. We got shout outs real quick, and then we're gonna get into some more creative talk on here. Got any, you had any that came straight to the top for you?
Shout outs. Definitely want to shout out my boy Kill Loves, man. He got a project on the way. Kill season, Kill season 2 is coming on the way. Actually, it's Kill season 3. I might be off, but definitely want to shout out my boy Kyle Washington. He been out here putting in major work when it comes to the music grind.
Oh, stop it, bro. You did not
Bro,
say that was Kyle, bro.
yeah, man, he been putting out. Maybe he been doing what he got to do, bro. I'm proud of him like no other, for real. He
Because Kyle
he,
be me and Kyle stay tapped in too, and I didn't
yes,
know he was out here getting busy, bro. Hold on,
yes,
because
yes,
I'm
indeed.
pulling it up on Apple Music right now so I can have it. He spell it special or something?
I know he like going by "Do you see this coat?" Because it's that famous Kanye video where it's like, "Do you see this coat?" when he was in the airport. But I don't know
I'm gonna find it,
exactly
bro. I'm gonna hit the
because
link. Don't trip. Yeah,
no
don't
doubt
trip.
I'm a Spotify boy, so I don't know, my G. I'm a Spotify boy.
Oh man, that's a leg right there. But yeah,
Yeah. Who else can I
shout out,
say,
bro. Shout
man?
out, man. That's how we take roll at D Hoop U, man. You know, we do shouts at the top so that way you don't miss them or forget about them. I give you time.
That
What I had one. Hey man, shout out to Ambler Elementary, man.
shout out Amber, bro. Come on, bro. We really one of them ones. The talent that they came out of there is something real. They don't know about when Ray J and Brandy come up to your school on a random day just to say what's up because they went there. They don't know that. They don't
Bro,
know how that feels.
they don't know about the Carrot War of 2004 or whatever it was, bro. They don't know about the Carrot War, dog.
Darn folks with them things for real.
Hey man, shout like you said,
Shit,
bro. That school shooting a high percentage.
very much so. Hey, no cap,
Carson,
man. Hey,
California.
oh, very high percentage once you expand to that proximity right there for real. Yeah, just
On
in
everything,
regards.
bro. Shout out to the city, man. We talked about this, bro. I haven't really been there since high school. It's just how the way things work. But man, shout out to the city, bro.
Oh, something special for real, bro. Something special for real. Like everybody we knew, like we all out here trying to move and shake and shit. Like I really gotta give uh just due to even my neighbor, my boy Curtis Mitchell, bro. Like
I
he
forgot
actually is.
y'all boys live next door to each other,
Come
dog.
on, man. Come on,
I'm
yeah.
talking pool parties, bro. Like,
That's a fact.
oh man,
That's a
man,
fact.
this is
And
good
Curtis
stuff.
been doing his thing, bro. Like
This
I
is
know
good
he
stuff, bro.
working as an account executive with Ernst and Young, I believe. And it's like, bro, like you reaching the highest of heights, bro. Like I'm proud of him for real.
Proud of fools for real.
For real. Who else can I say, bro? Shout out my boy Omar James, man. Much love to the God. Shout out my guy Ray Sean.
He's a pod alumni. All these fools got student IDs here, man. They ain't part of the
Ah,
show. You
nice.
know what I mean? And now you are, bro. We're gonna get you the welcome kit, bro. We're gonna get you a tea. We're gonna get you the we're
Nice.
gonna get you all of that too, bro. Hey, we gotta get into it, man. That was real though. That was mad real. Um the prompt for why I really needed like to just chop it up with you on here, and you fell right in line with some of the recent guests, recent folks, voices you've heard on here. You have a page going that's more than a page. You have a business, you have a company, you have an idea. That's called Artist Subjective. And like I said, I know our last conversation, like you referenced, was a pickup, was a just like a brief little touch basis, post college, middle of college sort of time frame, and having not chopped it up in a while before that, we went all types of places in that conversation on just deep thinking, creativity, and stuff. So I know that this Artist Objective is accumulation of your your thoughts and thought process and perception and work history and all of that, man. So I want to hear, and at a glance, you won't know what it is you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's not that you're talking over people's heads or you're, cryptic, beyond belief or anything like that. But like, it's it's meant to introduce objectivity, to the eye. Like I already know. I want to hear from you, bro. But these are just the observations. So it's like, oh, I'm looking at this, and this is something. So
It's some.
I
Yeah.
needed to just hear from you either way, but I want you to share it. You know what I mean with everybody. So that's established.
First off, I just want to say it's a blessing that you would want to hear about what Artist Objective has to offer to the world. And man, I really feel like it's a real blessing to be able to express it as well. Uh, and then alongside with the shout outs, I gotta shout out my team that's been helping me with Artist Objective. Like my sister, I love to death, Erin Hiller. Like she's some like my backbone. She's been helping me with the whole process with it all. Like, and then my boy Jason Capers. These is like my two like ace boom coons. Like, whenever I go out to go do something regarding Artist Objective, they always there right there with me, handing out the pamphlets, talking to folks, giving people the game on what
Putting the
Artist
work
Objective
in.
is. Yeah, so
Shout out.
shout out them. And in the shorter aspect, Artist Objective, you can call it ACE because the acronym is Art is Subjective AIS, so I call it ACE. And like when it comes to ACE, it's simply Artist Objective is an arts and an innovation company. So like that's my main focus is to elevate arts and innovation for creatives for in the simplest form humanity. So like I want to continue expanding like the output of what Artist Objective has to offer. And with me saying it's an arts and innovation company, and is in my first iteration to show people that this is a viable company. Because at the end of the day, bro, Artist Objective, I'm shooting for it to be on that S&P 500. Like I want it to be like a publicly traded stock. Like that's how I truly envision it. Because like everything that I have under that umbrella is something that's going to be lucrative for some type of field, some type of demographic. And my first iteration into that, for people to see that I'm more than just a viable thinker, is celebrations. So think about it like this. So ACE, AIS, celebrations. So when you spell celebrations, you typically spell it Celebrations. But when I came into the mix with ACE, I said I'm gonna spell it Celebraions. So that's celebration. So whatever
You said
acronym.
S at the top. Did you mean C?
Oh yeah. See, I did mean C.
All
I
right,
did
bet.
mean
No,
C.
bet.
So in every aspect of business, I want to incorporate that ACE into some form of a word in order for me to show that I can put a product into that word. So celebrations is my first rollout of like a product under ACE.
That's the
And
stamp. That's the stamp.
that's the stamp. That's the stamp. That's just what's gonna prove my vision to the world, that I have way more ideas and concepts that will be viable things in order to upgrade human life, connect us even more, and even add just significant value to a way of living.
And artist
So
subjective is just the entity still. But yeah.
exactly. So, and me explaining I feel like I should go in depth on celebrations, but I'm also just give a little bit more like in-depth thing when it comes to ACE. So like ACE, like I said, is an arts and innovation company, and celebrations is my first rollout, but I got other avenues I want to tap into. So it's like, if you think about how you spell innovations, let's take out that TIONS and add that AIS in there. So innovations, that's like retail product that I'm going to start producing. And then I have another aspect when I want to connect with you, is conversations, in which I take out that TIONS and it's going to be AIS in there. But these are like three different like umbrella, three different things under that ACE umbrella that I'm focused on. And now I'm gonna go in depth on celebrations. So basically, celebrations is a reward-based QR code generator. Uh, I'm basically simplifying the loyalty system for artists, for creatives, for businesses, through QR codes. So in short aspect, your local business, like a pizza shop, will be able to use my QR codes within their pizza shop or around the local area, and incentivize their clients or their clientele to go out and scan these codes in order to earn rewards, such as a free
Ah,
pizza. If they scan 5 pizzas, they
yeah.
can get a free pizza.
Different form of marketing, advertising, but loyalty based and like rewarding. But the goal is to still, be innovative with the marketing, and that's going to attract brand loyalty. Because bro, that was one that definitely caught my eye, and I'm like, bro, whether it's the forward frontier of tech with QR code utilization and just making it simple, but even still, it was kind of like, ooh, hold on, what's this? Because I dig it. I
Mm-hmm.
think I get it. I get it clearly now.
You get it now, yeah. So like uh that I wanted to get into the tech world. Like I wanted to prove my place within the tech world. And when it comes to like how you saying this as like a loyalty program for like companies, like that's the whole point of like our QR code system. So um it really started off as an idea back in like 2019 while I was still in college. I was like, what happened if I created like a party or a space where every form of a creative could come there and like sell like their t-shirts? It can be artists coming to perform. It'll have food vendors there, and like have that in the all encompassing space. Just food creators, people come through, spend their money, show love. And I was like, bro, that's dope, but like I need something else to like really get people in there and like really drive them in order to be like, man, celebrations, events go crazy. So it was like, all
How
right,
can
the
I how
first
can I simplify it while making it it as big as possible? You know what I'm like, sort of.
exactly like that. Just trying to make it as like as simple but like as complex as possible. Like always like I always went by the rule like simple rules have complex realities. So it's like it's just like when you look
I
at
like
something
that.
surface level until you look in underneath the pool, until you like dip your head underneath, you see it's a whole world under there. There's fish under there, sharks under there. But if you're just looking up top, you're just gonna see the waves going. So that's what I wanted to do, is like add that like complexity when it comes to the party, and that just make people even more engaged into whatever events or settings that they're in. And when it came to that, I was like, bro, like, how about I set up QR codes for each of the vendors in order for them to like incentivize people to scan the QR codes in order to have like some type of loyalty interaction with the people
Yeah,
that
folks
come
love a
through to their booth.
discount.
Exactly. And it was just an idea at first, and then it ended up I ended up talking to somebody I was working for out there. Shout out my boy B, man. Shout out B. He got a audio car system company out there in Huntsville, Alabama. He going crazy. He ended up telling me it's crazy because this dude came from having an electrical engineering background, and also he was in cybersecurity as well. Very smart dude, and he had told me like, bro, all you need is this verbatim from, bro. All you need is a database, bro. And you gonna be good. And I was like, for sure. Like, and at that time, I really didn't understand what a database was and whatnot. So time permits, and I ended up graduating from college, and I ended up getting a job straight out of college because I interned with my lady Miss Drew Barnett Hamilton. Shout out her, man. She been helping me along the way when it comes to like working and just the game of production and whatnot. She ended up letting me come on work with her on a show on Apple TV called For All Mankind, and I worked there literally the first the was this March 2020, March 2020. I was working there, and then literally I worked 1 week, and
I
then
know
next
what
thing you know,
happened.
you already know it hit. Boom, production shut down for like 6 months. I was out of work. Wow, I thought I was on, but she ended up calling me back because one of the PAs, he didn't want to come back. This was in the era of people real scared of COVID. So I ended up coming back and having like a full-time position there, worked like 2 months, more months, and then she ended up telling me, "Hey, come along with me to come work on Boba Fett." It's the
Yep.
like, so I
Star
went over
Wars.
there. Exactly, went over there, worked with her there on there, and I like my whole initiative, my whole plan was like, bro, I need to save up for celebrations. Like, I need to get money in order so I can make a database in its
Hey man,
simplest
we can talk
form.
about business and business costs and expenses.
It's a thing for real,
To
boy.
to to
It's a
try
thing.
and to try and push it into reality.
But that's the beautiful thing about
Right.
having a job. As long as you got a vision of something that you want, your job is not, you don't go to work every day feeling like, man, fuck, like, damn, oh, man, can I cuss? I'm sorry, bro.
Hey man, hey, like shout out to Ray J. Can I curse? Can I curse? Hey, sorry, we live. We live right. Are we live right now? DJ Envy.
Hey, hey, I'm gonna get my homies that like dudes to come through and show him. Yeah, so basically that was it. Like I had to save up a good amount, and ended up connecting with somebody through Fiverr. And when I
Yep.
connected with this
Got homies working over there.
at Fiverr,
Yeah. I
good
had
stuff.
something I see on LinkedIn. It's like, I don't know, what's this company? Oh, I see this company a lot now. Like, oh, right.
It's
Go ahead.
everywhere.
Go
You can
ahead.
use it for anything. So I ended up connecting with this lady, and she said, like, I gave her in layman's terms, basically what I'm looking for. Can you create a QR code database that allows me to track like users that scan codes and make individualized QR codes for each business or entity that wants to use my QR codes? Bam. She says she can do it. She says I had to buy a Wix website, buy a Wix subscription, and also buy a subscription with QR code Tiger. Did that, spent that money. Comes out like probably a month later. I'm like just checking in with her, see like how's it going. Can we do a Zoom call? Yeah, let's do a Zoom call. So I hopped on Zoom call with her. Everything sounds good. Then I keep on checking up every other 2 weeks. How's it going? I can't hop on a call this week. My parents have
Mm,
COVID. Understood. I can definitely empathize with that. So I'm like, all right, next week we can lock in. Um, next week comes.
I'm worried. I'm
My
worried about
dog.
where this is going.
Look, man. Look, man. Look. She said my dog just happened to be sick. I can't do anything right now. Boom. Next week. Yeah, I had got into a motorcycle accident 3 years ago, and I can't hop on. Oh man, you feel me? Like it just kept on piling up, and I'm like, bro, can I at least see what? Can you at least show me what you've done on Wix? Go on Wix and see what you've done, bro. Like it was a website, like bro, my little brother could have did, and he's never looked at how to build a website on his own. It was like, how is this adding up? Like, where's the database? Like, is there anything you can tell me? Bob, I ended up just paying the full amount just so she can get it over with, so she can hand me over somewhat of what she did. Basically, bro, she gave me nothing, like literally nothing, and I was in the hole off of that. I was like, damn. But like that's the beautiful thing about business. When you take your bumps, you take your bruises, like you learn from it. Like it's just like bone. Like they say kickboxers break so much like cartilage and stuff within a like shin bone and whatnot. It hardens in order to be
Yeah.
like just a hard rock once they kick. So it's like took those bumps and bruises and I learned like, all right, I'm gonna go a different route. Probably not gonna go the fiber route, but I'm gonna find a way and just find like somebody that really knows how to build out databases and has an emphasis on QR codes.
I'll mention this on the pod which I never got the chance to real quick and let you keep rocking. It's funny just because I had an app idea as well about a year and a half ago, which was a brainchild of a conversation from like 2017 with my boy Shiv. And I'm gonna just spill the beans, man. It was like a mobile photography concept of, same way you call a DoorDasher. If I'm on a trip somewhere, if I just need an event to get flicked up, we just call the local photographer, and it's worked for them on the back end too. And reached out to somebody, and it sounded good, and there was a cost attached to it that was more than I had for sure. But like, okay, if this is what it costs, okay, what's the business route? Your boy started watching Shark Tank like hella, and like which was just rolling deep in the entrepreneur, rolling deep in the industry. Like, okay, well, no, we could do this, we could do that, or what's the plan? And then, oh, bro, sounded good. He believed in it, so to speak. Did some did some leg work too. So my gut said that could have came to fruition, but also I kind of had hesitance, and it was a risk, and who knows, you know what I mean? Just have my little man. So I got to do what I'm doing. We working, like you said, work is the grind, but I want to take the chance right now. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. But to be like, I was at a point where it was like, okay, well, now do I do this to get this here? And you never know.
Yeah, never know until you take it out of ideation
But then
phase and really
you
get it
learn more
going.
along the way. My fault, but yeah,
That's the point. That's the
every
point. You
step you
gotta
take,
learn
you
along the
learn.
way. And like sometimes them steps is missteps. Sometimes them steps is you step in the puddle. Sometimes them steps is you get bit. And like just continue learning how to continue moving upon the road after that. So like upon that, like once I started working on Mandalorian, and that was Mandalorian season 3, and then I was like, bro, I was on the roads, like I wasn't really rocking with the production
You
office
was
because
working
like
with Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks. Who is that?
Mercedes Verano.
Bro, you saying some names. I gotta look at a call sheet, fam.
she
I gotta look at a
she
call
was in
sheet.
WWE. I don't know what season she is because I ain't caught up on the Mandalorian, but they added she's in a couple seasons, and it's
Hold on, is that
different.
when they had took out hold on, they took out old girl that was the initial like companion of Mando, right? And then they brought her in, or I might be off, or
Shame
it
on
might be
me
her.
for I should know the show, and I should have seen it just to be caught up to date, or seen her content because I mess with her from wrestling. But she's the like black light skinned chick. with like colored hair in the show. But yeah.
Oh, I think I might know who you're talking about. She light skinned, right? She was
Yep.
part of the like Mando squad on season 3. Yeah, I got a quick glimpse of her, bro. Like I met some cool folks from working there, bro. For real. Like I remember I met Danny Trejo, uh,
Tough.
Thundercat. Um, I didn't get to really talk to Jack Black, but he was on set. I dropped off coffee to Lizzo. Who else was it? Man, you met some phenomenal folks while working there. So I mean, that was like the type of stuff that like made me feel like I was like, all right, my grind has a purpose. Like I'm in a room with these with folks that's like at the top of their game. Like, bro, like gave me even more like empowerment to know like, all right, I gotta keep on going for what I want type stuff. Like, cause like while I was working there, I always felt like, bro, I'm fulfilling another man's vision, but like I'm not working on mine. And I always was wanting to be working on mine. It was just like, you know how it is when you're in a production game, bro. It's long hours. It's like really can't get to what you want to get to.
It's easy
So
to focus on the role you're in versus what where the passion lied and where the big goal originally was. But nah, bro, to hear it, for one, you way further into the game than I was able to know from observing, and that's where it starts, bro. That's only where it starts, you know.
yeah. Bro, I don't really try to put too much on social media. Like whenever like the
Likewise,
new
man.
season or something
Right.
drop, I'll post like my name in the credits just because like I do gotta affirm like I was working there type stuff, but it's not like that's not me. Like I don't have to let it showcase like this is David. Like David is David. Like David Robert Hawkins. David is the creative artist objective. Like me working there is not in telling who I am in any shape or form. So uh yeah, when I was working there, I just came to a crossroads after like towards the end of the season because my ace boom coon Drew, she left and I was just like not really rocking with the office and I start seeing how office dynamics is and stuff like that. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna figure something
Learning.
else out. And then she ended up getting another job on a Netflix movie. It's not out yet, but it is. I can talk about it because they did say it's greenlit. It's basically a Jerry Seinfeld movie about the inception of Pop Tarts. Because he had like some joke back in the '90s where he was talking about like think about the guy who made Pop Tarts, and then like I don't know, he just
Now they
decided to
done fleshed
expound
it
upon it.
out. Yeah.
Yes, so like that was like the last big project I worked on. And then from there, like I had the funds saved in order for me to go full fledged with actually like trying to find somebody that could build out my database and like really make celebrations and from idea into fruition. So ended up going on Top Towel and locked in with my guy Doc Patel. He's based out in Canada. Great dude, phenomenal work ethic. He'll hop on calls whenever I needed him. He'll explain to me how to like use the database, how
Right.
to use the QR codes that are created and whatnot. And basically, I kind of rushed him, but I didn't have the necessary funds to like allow him to keep on going. So I actually have it in this like alpha model right now, and I'm in the stage of like just trying to get it out as alpha model into a beta model, and then into the model where it's like so seamless with and synonymous with everyday QR code culture. It's gonna be that. But yeah, he helped me out with that, and I gave him a deadline back in like March because I was planning to go to South by Southwest so I can try to pitch it to people. I got a connection with some folks in the music game, and they were out there, so I was like, I'm gonna meet up out there with them. Got me an exhibit booth, and I was like, I had my own booth, and I was out there like me and my team, like I said, Jason and Aaron, they were out there with me and we were just like selling it to people, letting them know about the idea, the concept, how it
Shout out to
worked.
South
Had a
by.
video display. Shout out South by, man. Shout out
Shout out
Austin,
to
Texas.
Austin.
Hope
Yeah.
shout out Austin, Texas, bro. Very slept over city in Texas, boy. Y'all love some sticks.
That's where Shiv calls home, bro. So I was telling you that's like my main co-host on here. And yeah, man, for my time in Texas, man, nah, Austin was real relatable. It was a good time.
You're in Austin with him.
I haven't been to his new place yet, no, but we've made Austin. My Austin trips involved him and Isaiah going down from Waco, and yeah, bro, I can't wait to just spend more time in Texas, bro. That's a spot for sure.
Hey, look, I'm gonna give you a play, bro. Afrotech is gonna be happening in 2 months. That's gonna be like a black tech conference, all black professionals. Like I was out there last year. It's a beautiful sight to see. Like you meeting people
Afro
that work
Tech.
at Afrotech. Yeah, that's the play, bro. So I was out there last year. You meeting black
Stop it,
folks that
bro,
work
because
at Amazon.
I got vacation time that's gonna expire, and I got a travel itch, and I'm aware of a airline discount right now. So it's
Yeah,
like you gotta say, hey, yo,
you
hold
talking
on.
about alignment right now.
This sound like the plot. And I ain't even heard it for real.
So, all right, let me give you a little game on Afrotech. So it's basically a company. It's basically like a black tech festival put on by a company called Blavity, and they like Black. I really don't know like the content Blavity usually puts out, but they're like more like on like just putting out like wholesome black content about people that do phenomenal things, and they ended up getting funding and started this Afrotech conference in which all black tech professionals from every company you could think of, from Meta to Amazon to Google. Well,
Right.
it's not called Google; it's
Music,
called
yeah,
Alphabet.
like all different platforms of yeah, I'm feeling you.
Everybody is out there, and then like, bro, it's just a blessing to see everybody. Like, bro, it's just to see a black folks there. And then Austin, it's like a predominantly white city, but when it's Afrotech, that whole little conjuncture in downtown Austin, all black folks,
That joint
and they
black.
all like own like money involved, so it's like it looked different. So it's definitely a sight to see. And I was just out there last year just to like pick brains with
That
people.
sound like a movement.
No, bro, please make it happen. We can all make it happen. I just shot an email over to them earlier today just because like I they had a pitch competition last year and I didn't have like the facilities to try to even do anything with it. But now
Right.
I'm guns is cocked, I'm loaded. Like, you know what I mean? So I just shot them over email, see if they still having a pitch competition because I was having trouble finding it on their website. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely be out there, and I think it's November 5th. Yeah, be out there, and then while I was out there, like I said, bro, I just like pick people brains and handed out cards to let people know what I got coming, and it was like that was a dope ass experience, and that kind of was like my precursor to let me know, like, oh, bro, you need to be ready for South by Southwest. So when it came to March 2023, I was ready. Like I was able to come out there, like I had the concept ready, had videos ready, I had gear ready, like I had everything ready to go. So it's like now it's like, bro, I understand the game, the market now. I can attack this shit for real. Um, yeah, bro.
Hey man,
That's basically
I'm
that.
gonna let
What's
you
that?
breathe, bro. That's really him, dog. We gonna we're back, we're linked back up now. So that's what I needed to hear. But on the expression of it all, bro, this my guy is really, the Wall Street Vince Staples out here in a matter of years. Like
That's a fact,
the
though.
I see, I feel it, bro. I feel it, and I'm happy to hear it. And man, you just done gave you gave listeners the class a lot of game in the last however long that was. But bro, that's what's up. I'm rocking with the vision. David Hawkins, remember the name because this name is gonna be attached to a bunch of to a lot. It's gonna be behind a lot, and that's I see how you moving, bro. You moving, bro. You got my full support, dog. Best wishes, best
Affirmative.
intentions, and we ain't wrapping it up. That was just a transition, but
Affirmative.
from here, bro, I wanted to ask about. Well, it kind of feels like you were telling me what you wanted. You said you want to get into, news and culture. Let's go from there to here. It's dope because living in Vegas is I'm cool, bro. I'm posted, man. Like I've caught on to the culture here, and
Mm-hmm.
finishing school here now. Now having a family here, having family here. My brother moved here before me. and we only 3.5 hours from home, you know, on the good night. But this is a hub, dude. This is a city. Like, this city's identity is definitely growing. It's growing pretty quickly in front of our eyes. This is not the Vegas we moved to in 2018, 2017.
Wow.
By any means. And now, being on the front line of that, news-wise, so much happens on a day-to-day. Like you said, mentioned this conference, Alphabet, Google, they're moving their what is it called? Cloud Nest Fest, or Google Cloud Fest, one of their annual conferences from the Bay. They're moving that to Vegas next year. We're Convention City. We are, man, it's no cap. You know, when they say the tourism capital of the world, when they say the wedding capital of the world, the entertainment capital of the world, and we're becoming the damn sports hub. It's nuts, man, because this is all, for one, you know, it had the identity, and it had all of the glitz and glamour and fame and mob stories and Vegas and gambling and, you know, rogue, you know, desert, you know, and Vegas is a part of Nevada. Nevada on the whole lot, you know, 70% of Nevada is, you know, rural Mountain West or mountainous Mountain West culture and slow, but Reno and Vegas are big, you know, Reno is kind of still in the breath that Vegas was, of like medium markets. But Vegas now, dog, is being here, it's like, we know this is already top 5, 10, up there with LA, New York, you know, Chicago, the Bay, up there with everywhere, you know. Elon's moving companies over to our state business registries because of tax incentive, and, you know, just being a step or two ahead of the game. Seeing these conferences, CES is out here, Consumer Electronics Show. It's in the convention center. It's the largest convention center I've ever seen, for one, and it's absolutely packed with the most cutting edge technology and products being made, and that's out here every year. They just, you know, they're bringing, we're being hit with so much right now, and the actual city is trying to expand and prepare for the happening influx of people. But the movement, you know, bringing Formula One here, that's going to be the most profitable event pretty much the Strip has ever seen in a matter of 4 days. But the amount of preparation, they literally just uprooted damn near the entire Las Vegas Strip. It's been a nightmare driving anywhere that we have to go for the last 8 months at least, because they're, all right, well, we're gonna blow it up, do it this way. The Sphere just popped on. Like, it's so much happening that is kind of dope to be a part of. And now I've seen, and, you know, we got the Golden Knights hosting, you know, Stanley Cup parades, and the Aces are defending champions. And if the Raiders want to get their act right, which they need to, because the Super Bowl is going to be here anyway. Like, there's so much going on, dog. That is cool to see. It's cool to see. And I done got caught in the mix of it now, you know. Got my son out here now. Like, you know, I'm in the education system now. I'm paying attention to what's really happening. I dig it here. Every trip I make back home to LA, it now just feels so, it's home always, no matter what. I know the map like the back of my hand, you know. That's, let me show you, let me take you around. But then every time now I go back, it does feel different, because hold on, what's that? Or hold on, what's going on here? Like, I won't forget, bro, when I drove down to 110 and seen the FC stadium for the first time. I was like, yo, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
What is this? Who plays there? Like, you know, and I kind of want to hear from your perspective, and you spend time elsewhere too, so you can compare and contrast. But the pros and the cons of living in LA, you know, as a young adult, you know, talking cost of living, talking traffic, talking the beach, talking network and events and what's popping and city life and all of that. Kind of what's it been like transitioning into just full-fledged adulthood, you know, living in LA still, bro? Gangland.
Bro, all of that is a part of it. Like, bro, like, in all fairness, like, I've been blessed enough, like, be able to stack my chips with staying with my fam while being out here. But like, expenses wise when it comes to gas and stuff. Like especially like with me working in production, like I saw a full fledged of how easy it could get. Like so, like bro, when I was working for Star Wars, I was in Manhattan Beach, but I have to go and do runs all the way out in Ventura, or go do a run to Thousand Oaks, or go do a run to North Hollywood, and it's like all of this is me driving my car around. This is all gas mileage on me. And it was like, bro, like I'm really getting hit. And this is like, a couple, I think it was 2021 or early 2022 when gas really like started hitting hard. And I
Gas
remember
been
like,
going
bro,
stupid.
hard. You know what I mean? Like you get in some areas it's like $7 at a pump. Now it ain't that like that now, but it was like
But
it
right,
got
no,
really that ugly.
and California was the worst. I made the graphic every other morning talking about what they hitting. Like, you look at the whole map of the country, we are red. But California was even worse than here. Like, I already know what it's talking about in LA. And I know how much driving you have to do. Like you said, production duties. I used to act too, and like I used to do hella drama in church, and just kind of, it wasn't basic drama though. But you talking about I got to make a run? Yeah, I don't know. Hey, we need equipment. We need to go back to the manufacturing. We
Everything.
got to go find so and so. We got to go have a meeting. So yeah, LA is vast. Bro got an office in the middle of nowhere near where I'm at. Like,
Come on now, bro. Like I remember I had to drop off a Christmas package to one of our actresses that lives in Calabasas. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Y'all for real right now? Like Calabasas? Like she lives
drop
up in
off.
like the hills.
What you mean drop off?
Just a Christmas, like, bro, they just made her a little Christmas gift because it was Christmas time. Like,
You don't drop this
she
off at
can't
the
come to
post
work
office?
tomorrow and get it. Exactly. Like, we ship out everything every day. We get new shipments every day. Like, what's going on here? But I mean, that's like a testament to like when it comes to like uh field you work in and like
Right.
the job requirements and stuff like that. Just how it boiled down to it.
Yeah.
So like that was that when it came to the gas thing, and just like I don't know, like work, that's work life, like, but like nightlife and stuff like that, bro. Like I go out here and there. Uh, I say one thing about like when it come to LA nightlife scene, like it's still so LA. It's not going to change like ever for real. Like we just don't have the infrastructure to be like certain cities. So like I feel like when you look at like a city like Houston, like they have a big emphasis on lounge culture and having hookah about like hookah at like lounges and like big broad spaces. Like and LA's infrastructure is not set up for it. So like typically the only time you really have like experience similar to that is if you go to a small hookah bar and they happen to let you bring your own liquor or whatnot in. But our culture continuously just thrives off of that
Yeah. Yeah.
small boutique party culture where it's like you go to an event, can't get in most of the time, or got to know somebody,
Everything
or and
word of
then it's just
mouth. Yeah.
exactly. But it's like I'll give it up, bro. It's like a whole lot of people, especially in our age demographic, that like got like their own little scene when it comes to like parties. Like I noticed like it's a lot of micro economy. So it's like um people that got their own little following when it comes to like they DJing and stuff like that. Like whenever they have host an event, like it would be dope. Like just people that it got to be like people that you know because it's like gonna be the same crowd of people that you're familiar with and all that. So that's that when it comes like to nightlife and stuff and just like cost of living, like you said, is expensive. Like I'll be glad to get me an apartment somewhere, but like I'm focused on like trying to like stack up my chips for real, so I don't have to really worry about like the expenses for real. Like if stuff hit the fan, you be out bad out here in LA, especially now. Like they kind of feel like they lifted like the COVID restrictions. Uh a lot of
Hey man,
places
it's
have upped
they
their pricing.
taxing, bro. Yeah, man. My brother had the funniest line all the time. 3.5 times the rent. You don't make 3.5 times the rent. Why I gotta put that down?
Come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on, what are we really doing? What are we really doing? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
man. But
I like,
something, regardless, something still, it still draws you back though.
yo, oh yeah, for sure. That's the thing, bro. Like, cause LA itself is a major contributor to culture, like not just like black culture, but culture overall. Like think about it, like Beyonce is from Houston and her husband is from New York. Uh, she spent her birthday out here performing in LA. Like people have to be in LA. Like it just happens to have like some type of magic in the city. Like you got to be there for special events and stuff like that. Uh, and then like you said, like people come out here to like get their dreams off. Like and you get people that come from all walks everywhere from around the country, around the world, in order to make the dream a reality. And it's just so weird because I feel like us as LA bred and born and bred folks, a lot of folks don't really get their stuff off the ground, and it's like it's kind of odd. I literally have this conversation with my peoples all the time. Like, why is it so hard for somebody from LA to pop off as opposed to somebody that's a transplant here? Like, that's like a major conversation I have a lot, and it's not like no shade or nothing. It's just like
No, hey,
I
bro,
think
this is real talk. This is real talk.
yeah. I think it boiled down to like those people like come out here with like just like they dreams. It's like, bro, like I have nothing else to go for but to like accomplish what I'm doing. But like if you from here, you kind of fall into the trickle downs of like LA society, like how you mentioned gangland, like a lot of that stuff play a big part into why certain people don't navigate out of they particular markets. You got the just like these the LA micro economies don't fluctuate into the overall macro economy of what it
Man,
takes to like really bust off in LA, in my opinion.
that's
So
what
like
that's what you getting at, bro. Because like you said, being from the South Bay, like literally LA County, LAUSD, like literally being from there, that's not really the identity that LA has. That LA is like in the role that it plays in the world and society. It's such a big pool, you know, like it's literally an ocean. And it's
mm-hmm,
kind of tough to until I left did I kind of realize, bro, it affected everything. I didn't think I was as good as good at basketball as I came to view myself just a year, 2 years later, and saw and translated. Just because I'm like, yo, LA is so like, look at so and so, or you know, look at this. Until I went somewhere else, I was like, hold on, what? And it's like, no, LA, you know, toughens you the most, or it really grooms you. It puts you in competition. It puts you amongst the best, and it's like, okay, well, now I just gotta kind of find my weight class, find my footing, like. But that doesn't happen it doesn't happen easily, like you saying though. For folks to, it's a lot of, it's not that many native, you know, that break through a certain level. I feel where that came from, bro. I felt where that came from.
yeah, yeah, and I was particularly talking really about like the music side of all when I was getting into that bag. But like when it comes to other avenues, like you would think like with this being an entertainment capital of the world when it comes to television and film and whatnot, why don't we have more young black professionals within that world? Like why aren't people like getting into like just any size of the production game? Like because if people really knew how much money is in there, I think we'll see a lot of young cats hopping in there, bro. Like I'm telling you, like when I was seeing the checks that was coming through for somebody that worked in the transportation side of like the television film industry, craft services side, or somebody that was like a gaffer, or somebody that worked in lighting, like bro, they getting real checks. And I would if people had the information to know, like, damn, it's some real money in there. That way and it was like somewhat of a streamline to get young black kids into those environments. It would be dope to see because like a lot of those environments we not there at all. And bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Predominantly, most of every show movie I worked on, I was probably like 1 out of 3 black people on the production itself. Like not just within my department. Like I'm talking about the overall production. So it's like damn, like it's so many different like avenues that like LA folks, like you said, LA folks is groomed into like this certain way of living or like structure of thought. Like we don't even see like, bro, like that what we sitting on is a gold mine. Let's get into these different pockets instead of attacking like the monolithic goal of who knows
Right. Right.
getting into the rap game or being
Right.
somebody influencer or something. Like it's so many other avenues you can really
That's
get
the
some real money.
industry. Yeah. That's the industry that's thriving. Like if that's the Silicon Valley of how, that Hollywood is, that's what Hollywood is, the idea, the name. But since that is what's really pops off out here, why is that not emphasized to our local, youth, and why is, why are we not exposed to, like you said, the vast avenues of working within it that are profitable, that are lucrative, that are stable? That's a form of education that needs to be had.
That's a fact. Hey, shout out to television film industry. You ain't looking too stable right now, but I rock with you though.
Because they're trying to hold it down, bro. That's something that we could easily kind of talk about or at least mention. But how do how do you feel about the writer's strike? Because to me, it boils down. This is a where we haven't thrown out there yet, but I'm sure we both know a little bit about. But it kind of, to me, I think it comes down to AI, which that's the big bargaining chip that will hold on. We need protections on one side. The other side, which I can't be mad at, is hold on. We maybe can do this an easier or a cheaper way or a who knows way, but there's pros and cons to both.
Right.
That's the line in the tug of war for me that I see it kind of as, and it's like, how do we find common ground? But because of that, there is side effects. We're watching reruns of Jeopardy. We're watching reruns of
All
the
day.
Staples late nights, and
All day.
shoot, what's your take on that, bro? What's your take on
It's
it
just
all,
like you
man?
said that the advent. That's why this writer strike is taking so long, and the SAG is like trying to get in, and also within that mix as well. That the advent of AI is kind of makes it scary for people to feel like their job has actual security because, like you said, like hey, a studio could portion off. Like I don't have to pay this 100,000 to this writer for this one season. We can figure out something here because as easy as you going on Chat GPT and saying, "Hey, make me a script written in the likeness of Spike Lee talking about aliens during 1934," like, and it would do something literally immediately, and
That's the blueprint from that point. And then it's like, okay,
we
shoot,
can
let me,
find ways to do this, right? And then when it comes to that, like the AI is definitely a
it cuts
big
people
component.
out.
Definitely does. And the AI is such a big component, but I feel like even a bigger component really lies in the fact we're in the streaming era. And when we had the last writer strike, we didn't have streaming for real. And that's basically what people were fighting for. They're trying to get the royalties for like shows that they worked on. And
Right.
how can
Yeah,
you actually quantify somebody's royalties when it's on a streaming service? Like you
man.
can probably say like this was watched so and so many times, but I'm not the I'm not the genius or the mastermind behind how it could be quantified in order for somebody to get their actual payouts. So with the advent of streaming, it's actually even harder for people to even figure out like how they actually gonna get paid. Like
Or feel like they're being properly compensated when it's like, yo, this project I spent time and energy into for mad long only had like a payout life of a year, 2 years, when it's being referenced for ever timeless, like, or
right.
Man, this is something that I'm going to put out there that's going to exist in perpetuity. I would prefer to be compensated for the fact that it exists, like, but how also this is also damn near a mirror image of what the musicians and artists are fighting for when it comes to streaming rights. How much is a stream worth? We don't know. Like,
That's a fact.
and
That's
yeah,
a
you
fact.
you never know if you're getting. That's why you seeing folks sell royalties and make these money moves just to find a safety net or to make it make sense versus kind of trusting this open future. But nah, man, yeah, with syndication kind of changing, it's like, and right, the last strike was only 100 days. I know, and we're going on 6 months before we know it.
Right. And it's actually, bro, from what I've been reading, it's gonna be longer because like the producers is like, hey, bro, like
Everybody's saying,
we don't
hold
know how
on,
to
let's
really
come to
pay
the
you.
table. Yeah.
The producers is like, because I'll be excommunicated from the game, but I kind of get somewhat of what the fears of what the producers are facing because it's like, how are we actually making money from your product at this point? Like, we're not doing ads. There's
That I'm
the
keeping alive, that I'm
right.
like
There's no
literally pulling the strings for.
exactly. There's no real ad space involved, and a lot of people are losing money from productions that are going straight to streaming services. Like Disney put themselves, they're not Disney's never going to be in the red, but out of all the verticals of Disney's business when it comes to their parks, their selling of like just products and whatnot, the one that made them lose the most amount of money was their streaming services, and we saw them putting out like content that you would think would change the game, from when it came to the Star Wars series to them buying stuff like ESPN, Hulu and all that, but they're not really going to make any money from it for real. So it's like everybody is fishing to figure out how can we actually get paid from what this current era that we're in now. Like, so it's like it's literally a thing on both sides where I can see why it's frustration on the writers and actor side, but I also can see why the producers is like, bro, how are we actually making money at this point? Like, how are we going to make money? Like, Bob Iger came back to Disney in order to try to get it right, and he's at the table like, bro, this is not working because Bob Iger was out of there. He was about to
Yeah,
go sell in
legit,
Monaco, do his cool
legit.
thing. Brought him back. Like Disney said, we need you back, bro. Figure this out, and they can't figure it out. And that's literally one of the best business minds we've ever seen, behind like a Steve Jobs and whatnot. So it's like, what's actually gonna happen with that game? It's no telling. And bruh, like stability wise, with the way it is now, especially when how you mentioned AI, like I can't I don't see like how I don't see how it can actually be something that could be a viable, lucrative source of income for both parties at this point. But
Nah, it's
that's just
gonna
how it
be
is, man.
it's gonna be a crazy shake. However it comes, so yeah, it's not gonna work out perfectly for all parties involved. But we do what we got to do, and that's hey, the versus coming from radio to another thing to another thing. The people that are in the pot are going to figure out how to survive and keep up with the time and move the medium. But yeah, no, we're at a point in time because there's something in the water, bro. Following the news, 2023 is the year of the strike. Talking pilots, flight attendants, railroad workers, automakers, musicians,
Service industry, the hotels is on strike.
bro, the
A
service
whole
industry,
lot.
educators, the delivery folks is trying to get right, and so we on the, I don't know, man, we just had a little tilting point, I guess, but a lot of this still is probably shakedown from the pandemic, bro.
Factual. Factual.
That threw the game off.
Definitely did. It definitely did, man. It definitely did.
And think about it, bro.
And
That pretty much sent everybody to jail for like 8-9 months. And imagine you go sit down in jail, you come out a different person from whatever it is you did in there, for better, for worse, more far-fetched, more detached, whatever it is.
right.
They let all these fools back out here now, and everybody thinking something different now. I don't know.
Actually, yeah, bro, that's a real thing. Honestly, I don't want to rock with you if you didn't come out of COVID shit a little different. Like, did you sit down with yourself? Did you figure something out? Like, because like, bro, it was a double-edged sword in which like people have to really sit down with themselves, and like you said, some people come out worse, some people come out better, but like the point was for you to like really like try to center and get right, try to figure out what you're doing with your life, and yeah,
uh,
bro, it
no,
definitely made
yeah.
a turn upon a lot of folks.
I'll probably always keep the slightest but of fond memories of the pandemic. I thought as a concept when stuff really shut down and we couldn't drive nowhere first and the air felt better outside when we first, walked out, I was like, this is wild. I think this works to an extent. Like this really could work. And we talking some society stuff now, but like I enjoyed that era too, partially. I can't, and for that, for just to put that out there for folks, because some of that is that time for a lot of people is immediately, attributed to loss of some kind. So it was real weight going on around in the felt in the world. So you don't know the next person's experience. But like you said, you had ample time to sit with yourself. And yeah, man, I don't know, man, we crazy. It's been crazy since, bro. I might have like two more. I might have like two more things for you.
All right, bet.
One, piggybacking off of television, is this can be quick. This, but you don't follow wrestling no more, right?
Nah, not really. I never really did, to be honest with you, bro. Like I just because it was so hot at school, I was like, I'm gonna be in tune with some of the wrestlers, but it was never really my thing for real.
Right, right. I can recall even because you are I was like you.
Oh yeah, big facts, big facts. You damn near was the reason why we couldn't hit the you suck it and all that. Like it was a whole
I'm gonna
group of
put that
y'all. They
on.
was like, man,
Yeah.
you getting thrown out of school. They was not playing.
Nah, after school was litty. Nah, bro. Coming back around to that, because I had a brief period where I, thought I was gonna pretty much fall off. And then I started seeing the behind the scenes of it and how, yeah, it is a television product. It is scripted, it is outlined, it is, these are real athletes. It's just such a deep industry that like it made me proud of like messing with it from before, because just off of what was on the TV,
Right.
learning the business essentially, and the different levels and branches of the business, and how wrestlers' stories are intertwined, and lives and careers and just path, arcs and narratives behind the scenes, before and after, seeing it come to fruition, all of it. I'm like, oh, this thing is really dope, man. I'm hooked. I'm still hooked for sure.
Yeah,
And ever
that's what's
since, and
up.
now working in television, um, bro, they do a live broadcast in a different city every week, but not even just every week. They do this throughout the week. And when the pandemic happened, this just came to me from the series of conversation that we was having. But I just have an appreciation for it, that when the pandemic happened, bro, it threw everything off. It was also the week before WrestleMania that year. Guess what, bro? These fools didn't miss a week. They started performing in empty shows, in empty arenas. They built a digital wall of backdrop LED walls that fit, I don't know, 1,000, 5,000 little squares, and you could sign up to try and get on the wall during the show. And they, started doing heavily cinematic matches that are produced and shot at backyards and in empty lots, and just adding these elements of production to the television product that incorporates ideas that the writers are responsible for behind the scenes, of pitching that to the talent and then working in who this character wrestler is, what he's capable of, how can we tell this story in the big picture. I was just like, bro, there's nothing else like this thing, bro. It's like sports, and it's sports entertainment, but it's like these two things that it creates a product that is like timeless.
No, I hear that. I hear that 1000%. Yo, shout out scripted television, like loosely based scripted television, like anything that's like in the reality world and all that. Like because like we saw that also within like the sports world where it's like they was putting digital screens up in stadiums in order to like show like, oh shit, there's people still out here supporting and whatnot. And to see that that's the beautiful thing about humans. Like humans adapt. If something is like out of whack, we're gonna find a way to adapt to make it like still suffice our own like love for something. So to see like how you mentioned it and how much you appreciate like the WWE world went and figured out how they were going to get into it and actually still make this a thing. Shout out them, bro, because like that's one of the few like verticals of the television film industry that's still going. Them, reality television, cooking shows, like all of those are still breathing and surviving, like because they're able to survive without having to have a writer's room that just sit there all day and really try to formulate something. And yeah, like bro, like
The
um
concept.
those concepts and those versions of production are like it's a testament to like how much we love to see that content and testament to how much like that content is love to being produced.
Right.
Yeah, but
Nah,
shout out all my wrestling folks. Shout them out.
man. What's up, man, with the I don't know, bro. I'm probably tapped, but this has been Doug. This has been one of the realest winding conversations I done had on here, bro. And it definitely met expectations for whatever I wanted us to get on here and do already. I'm just like,
1K.
man, so much came during it. I'm like, is there anything else I need to squeeze out of here, bro? Speak freely by all means. But
For me,
yeah, no, just about anything
I
else.
got a couple questions for you if that's cool.
Run it, man. Yeah, there we go.
So like earlier you mentioned like bro, you seeing like the Vegas market is like expanding like no other. Like we seeing so many teams from the Bay Area, companies from the Bay Area leave and make their home in Vegas. And you being in like the news production game, shout out you attaining that producer title. Is that a market that you feel like you would want to stay in for the years coming?
Definitely. Because if anything, seeing where it's going, so not opposed to change and going upward. And the cool thing my dad says is like, hey, son, no matter where you go, there's a news station wherever you go. In any city in America, you turn on TV, there's a news station. So, it's not a bad field. But I don't think my journalism career will be confined to news at all either. Market wise, though, Las Vegas, in terms of even just wanting to live here for that reason, yeah. Because now to doing the job actually and kind of knowing it, yes, because now I feel like I got a leg up on where it's going because I feel like I've come far in the year and a half that I've been with the station. Just because I can now call back to what happened a year ago when I was here, what happened in this season back then, and now accumulating all the previous knowledge and comfort talking about what's happening now. Like having that foundation makes me be like, okay, yeah, I already see where the trajectory is going, and it is ascending. We were market 38 or 39, I want to say, when I started or so, and we're for sure going to be 35, and that's in like a numbers basis. Las Vegas is part of, as far as Southern Nevada, Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, Henderson isn't huge yet. But in terms of the attraction and the spotlight here, it's way bigger than that already. So yeah, I like being here because I've seen it, and I can coming from LA. It's like, okay, well, yeah, y'all it's caught up out here. It's just a bring the aspect ratio down like 30%. But that's just for now. We're watching the glow up happen. So it's dope.
That's hard. That's hard. I love to hear that.
It's
I love
dope.
to hear that. Another one for me was uh, how
Oh, and
did
let
you?
me before because yeah, bro, one of the things that was just in our state legislature, um, who just recently moved here. Mark Wahlberg lives in Southern Nevada. Jeremy Renner lives in Reno. And in our past legislative session, shout out to Brother De Silva, frat bro, who's a assemblyman. Um, one of the most, you know, hot topics, talkers, bill that almost passed was to bring movie production studios here. A company called View Productions or VU, that's the company's name. We're one of the few attached to it that was like, yeah, pass this bill, dedicate these funds. Jeremy Renner and Mark Wahlberg were the faces of it. And the goal was to incentivize production companies with tax breaks and funding to make Nevada a second Hollywood destination, but primarily Southern Nevada, you know, Las Vegas, because Las Vegas is Las Vegas. But Jeremy Renner are also being a resident and the way Nevada works. And Wahlberg coming here doing big business here. Wahlberg got gyms here and all this and that. But they had stuff, they had it set up. We knew the map of, you know, where studios were going to be built. It was going to tie into UNLV. Disney and Warner Brothers were on board. They said, all right, bet, y'all pass it, we'll come.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a dope thing to see. I think that, yeah, no, this is a little, this is right now, it's in one of the, you know, better kept secret phases where, you know, maybe 5-10 years from now, it's just going to be looked at a little different. But seeing what's
Y'all gonna
happening,
be, yeah, y'all gonna be right up there in that discussion because I feel like uh LA is always gonna be LA, but Atlanta then creeped up on that spot of like, hey, this is a production hub because other than it being a location that has vast amount of land in order for them to create these big studios, it's a prime destination to just shoot at in the first place. You can do a whole lot of like different type of jungle scenes or forest scenes or whatever it is. Like you see Marvel based a lot of their production out of Atlanta during the whole Avengers saga. So it's like
that's tough.
uh
Yeah.
seeing like how different like locales are like being able to like shift their landscapes and like their
Start moving.
like economy in order to do that. I'll be glad to see Vegas become that because like you're saying, like all the sports teams coming there and the companies coming there, it's only going to make more sense for like production companies to be there intertwined because everything moves in accordance with one another. Like television production, music, and film wants to move in the same echo, in the same ecosystem,
Sports.
same space as tech. And everybody wants to be on the front line of tech when it comes to shit so they can be able to be uh just
Right.
as
Not fall
inclusive to the
behind.
audience that's running. They nobody wants to fall behind. So yeah, you definitely in a
Sports.
prime location right now. Definitely in a prime location, bro.
Yeah,
Prime
no, man.
location.
I dig it. I dig it.
Prime
You had
location.
the other one?
Yeah, bro. How did you like fall into like the like news production world out of college? Like what was your avenue? Like how did you do that?
Yeah, no, man, I'll share that on here to some capacity, but for
Oh, make it
me,
short and sweet then. We ain't even gotta really get in that bag.
right. No, but everybody ain't hear it. But for me, it was crazy because I didn't get to intern at a new station. I got intern credit working at Allegiant Stadium, you know, with the Raiders. And my semester where the pandemic happened was where I was doing our news practicum show. It was a daily news show, but we grinded for like 6-8 weeks first to say this is how you do it. This is how you run a show. And I just had accumulation of experience, bro. Like um, got right into live production for sports when I got to Baylor. Literally first home football game, I was working with the team that did it. So just got a feel for it, got a taste of it, and then kept branching, writing for the paper. Okay, you know, seeing how the little campus shows are being done. Then it was finally my time, senior year type. And then the pandemic happened. So I didn't have a reel to really send out to people to places.
Mm-hmm.
And pandemic happened. Oh, I got a baby on the way. All right, we gotta get to work.
You know what I mean? We gotta get to work. And was working at Costco, bro. I did 2 years at Costco, and almost to the day is where it was where I transitioned. But became a supervisor. You know, saw career paths and was like, I could stay, but this ain't what I went to school for. This wasn't the plan. You can get stuck. You know what I mean?
Right.
And started sending out applications back into the journalism news industry because I needed to. I was like, I can't be 30 and ain't had any concrete experience somewhere. Then it's, really, just really pushing the ball down the road to wanting to bring dreams to fruition. And just started applying, man. Because like I said, had credentials, had history and knowledge. So just kind of needed like, okay, let me get some options. Had a voicemail one day. It was a director at the station, bro. And I was just like, what? I didn't even realize this was the company, because it was the company, not the, not CBS, not, Channel 8 on the application. So I said, yo, what? Let's go. But knew that it was still where I was supposed to be. And just because that was the path that it came for me, I still had accumulated all the confidence and knew that was where I wanted to work towards. And once I kind of got a taste, was like, oh yeah. No, oh yeah. No, yeah, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Still had plenty to learn, ton to learn, but kind of was like, didn't even consider news, bro. A lot of our folks, we want to do the sports commentator route. We want to do the sports reporter route. Everybody in journalism wants to be a reporter at first. It's the glitz, it's the glamorous kind of role. And you realize it's a football team, news and, TV. It's a football team. Like, everybody's needed. The photogs, the writers, the directors, there's positions. You can't pull off none of it without a team. And the producer role was just, okay, let's see. Can you understand, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to, show folks, and just kind of work along with everybody else. And all right, this is the plan. Let's execute the plan. But that was how I got in there, so to speak. And
that's dope, bro.
I'm planning the transition, and me lifting this pod was just another way of me finding a voice for it, a voice for myself, and not, wanting to get opportunities that I feel I didn't put the grind in for. So this is like a way for me to just build a name that's still me, and if there's more out there, let's work and let's get it. And, let's not expect it to be handed to us.
That's a fact.
Right.
Because ain't nothing really gonna be like that. And that's a blessing, bro. Like, you understand the fact that, like, you gotta come to folks for a proven track record. Like, even if it ain't on the grandest scale, people know, like, bro, you done put in the time, effort, and the hours, and they can see, like, oh shit, like, you gotta understand that. Oh, you get how to do a storyline. Oh, you know how to do a slug line. Oh, okay, you understand how to shift the characters. I don't know really how the producer game work, but are you basically like behind the boards to be like, all right, switch to this?
That's directing. I'm producing, so I'm putting the scripts together for the show. The rundown, like I'm writing the rundown, the scripts, head to toe. Putting words in the anchor's mouth, writing the words that's in prompter for our live shows, but still picking the shot, picking all right, what story's going. I'm drawing up the newscast, which is dope. I feel like it's something my granny would be like, oh, makes me the happiest in the world.
Yeah.
Because, our folk, we gonna watch the news, and that's to where it hit home for me on a level I didn't even expect. So I like it. But yeah, no, that's the producer role. And then I'm timing it in the show, counting us down to where we start, telling our reporters, hey, we live, and, cue, stand by, and bro, breaking news, hey, I forgot to do something. Like, y'all I'm trying to get 3 steps ahead of the show. I got 10. All right, man. Like, it's nuts, bro. I dig it, man. And that's also still, shout out goes to Talk That Talk Media Company, which is, this pod is a platform, is a part of the platform. But as far as like me, the pod being something aside from what work is, Talk That Talk, bro, is the sports media company that my good friend Terrell founded in undergrad and put into motion in all forms. And we're operating now as an entity out here covering sports. And, you know, whether it was slam ball for me, UNLV, Summer League for me, Terrell's at every, you know, Aces game if he wants to, and team. We got, 4 or 5 writers, 4 or 5 podcasts, touching every base out here in Vegas too. And that's what I'm, also going to stay loyal to and like see grow. Like we have an office space now, like believing in the plan going here too. Like, so it was time to put stuff in motion again not too long ago. And since then it's only a grind to want to keep doing more, but you learn and you get more grounded and established and rooted and see where the tree grows into. But it's dope, man. And so yeah, with that, happy with the way things are sort of going and didn't feel like I was able to dictate it any certain way. But with that being the case, it's like, all right, no, let's continue to move.
Nah, bro. More power to you, champ. It sounds like you got good people around you, and that's a blessing, bro. I'm glad to hear that. If I can add any type of ism or any type of help with you in your game out there, because I don't know if you remember our boy, my boy CJ Pollard. He went to
Facts.
school with us at Dotson. He
Yeah.
currently worked up there at UNLV as I think he worked. He might be like a DB safeties coach for
Oh,
UNLV.
stop it. He's on staff? He's on the coaching
Yeah,
staff out here?
yeah.
Hey, I
So
got
that'll
high
be
hopes for this team. We report on this team.
word.
Yeah.
All right then.
We
Hey,
just
look,
got a
I'm gonna
new
try to
head
see if I can
coach.
get him locked in with you there.
We definitely gonna do that, dog. Oh man. Hey, bro,
Yeah.
this whole thing was a blessing, man. Like I told you, I said I don't know, like I want to chop it up with you and hear about what started as this, but I just got to chop it up with you because it's been a minute and you done brought
Yeah.
so much stuff back to light and could help adding, dropping stuff, and this was gas, bro. So,
No
dog,
doubt, bro.
I appreciate
Hopefully,
you,
I
man.
kind
Hey, we
of.
locked in, bro. We definitely locked in.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. I'll be glad to come down there in Vegas and you show me around, man. Show me where the good bust downs at, cause I love to eat, fam. Shit. Tell me where to go eat at. We gonna make it happen for real.
Nah, we gonna break bread and definitely do it
If
about
anything,
business.
can I leave off like, because I don't know if I feel like I expressed what Ace of Celebrations is, but you want to give your people a tidbit for when I hear. This
Please,
is
please.
basically a booklet. This is a Zodiac Pack booklet. So these are basically like the crew neck that I have on right now. This is in accordance with Celebrations itself. Because Celebrations core principle was found upon uh allowing consumers, fans, audience members to really celebrate the businesses and creators that they got love for, their art or whatnot. Just like you really celebrating the people you rock with. And I felt like since the name of Celebrations, I wanted to design product that really fits that whole theme and whatnot. So I felt like a celebration in its purest form is your birthday. So I designed zodiac sign crew necks in order to company to drop the soft launch of the Celebrations product itself. So like yeah, man, if your peoples want to take a look at some
Is
time,
this
man,
the Ooh,
these are the zodiac sign crew necks for all my peoples, man. What's your zodiac sign, by the way?
Cancer?
You a Cancer? Yeah, I got the Cancer boy right here too, man. I got them all. We're the Cancer one. Hopefully the screen pick it up. Yeah,
Ooh,
man. Yeah,
stop playing,
yeah,
bro. I need that.
yeah, yeah. I
Stop
got you,
playing,
man.
bro. I need that, man. And if anything, bro, I'm gonna have to get some more game from you, bro, because I'm trying to dip my toe into the clothing, to the merch lane, bro. It's only a matter of time. It's the first on-air tease for the listener, but
Yeah,
that's another avenue that I'm trying to that I gotta bust down, like you said, bro. And That's fire, dog. That's definitely fire. Go ahead, let them see
Appreciate
the one you rocking too.
Yeah, this the good Virgo right here, because that's me right there. Yeah, man, I'm a Virgo, so I
It's Virgo
designed
season, is
these.
it not?
Come on, talk about it, champ. Talk about it. So I got the months on like each of the sleeves, so people know how you represent, what month you come from, and whatnot. And then we got the mutability, so like every sign is either a mutable sign, cardinal sign, or fixed sign. Got that on the sleeves as well. And then around the rib cages, it shows like the zodiac sign. So like, yeah, bro, like
This
just
is
trying to get these
nah,
off and
dog.
sell these to people. And like I'm in a current process now with Celebrations by reaching out to like local creators and brands that I really rock with, and I've got some traction with some folks that really like I really support, and I'm ready for them to start using the product, and we're gonna keep on expanding, bro. So
What's
that's
what
basically it right now.
for anybody listening, man? What's home base, bro? What where do you want like for folks to tap in with it? You want folks to follow the page? You want folks to get the website name in there
Okay.
and yeah, where are we following, where are we tapping in? And then definitely.
All right. On all social media pages, you can follow AI Subjective. That's the ACE page for everything on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. AI Subjective. Um, Website AISubjective.com. And then my personal page is at Dave the Alchemist, because I personally feel like I'm the alchemist, man. I'm turning ideas into gold, trying to turn QR codes into gold right now, and that's what I'm on, man.
And that's where we'll find all the merch, definitely, because I'm telling you, bro, that's fire. I need mine.
Oh yeah, the merch is on the ACE website, AISubjective.com. You can find it there. Also, if you go to social media pages, just click that link tree in the bio. It'll give you all the breakdowns to where you want to go. Yeah, bro, it's hella intuitive. You can get in there and find what you want to find. You can find videos about celebrations, find the merch on there. You got it all. I made sure I made this as seamless as possible for anybody coming into the brand. So just glad to be able to converse about it, man. Glad to tap back in with you at this moment right here. Like you said, these 30-40 minute conversations, bro, it makes all the difference for when we reconvene. It's like, bro, I'm so glad to talk to you. Now moving down the line, we really locked in. Like, come on, bro. Like, how can we build with each other now? You know what I mean?
Bro,
So
yeah, I don't need to go so I can literally call you, bro. It's good, you know.
yeah.
Oh God, dog. Hey, real talk, man. Definitely tap in with my guy.
Man, I appreciate this, man. Shout out to the D Hoop University, man. Hey, I hope y'all got a real good lesson today. Hey, shout out this man. This is a hard working man right here. One of the smartest individuals since I was a kid. It's funny when you a kid, you could see like, hey, he got some. Like, bro was nice with the hoop, but I always knew in the classroom, hey, you nice. You was one of the first ones to be on the multiplication thing with Miss Freudenberg. I was like, oh,
bro, the 3-minute club, man.
Yeah, hey, he was in there.
We go way back, dog. We go way back, bro. We working. That's what we like to say on here. We working. Shout out to Keem and Big Jace. Stay working. Big Jace on the beat on the way out, man. Davis, love. Tap in with my guy. Follow the show. Like and subscribe. Till next time, ladies and gents.
Much love.